I will say,
I believe it. He's Darkness the Immortal, aka the Shadow God.
And so every time you think you're alone, Dre's with you. Always.
He just standing behind you.
What's
nah,
crazy is
I
Dre's
don't
not
Breathing.
even
do
that
that
black.
to
Dre's
people.
always the first one there, though.
I don't do that to people. That's uncomfortable.
You don't like to do no Baba Duke shit. You want to be no Kundi man.
I don't like standing behind
Just
people.
pass by them and whisper in your ear.
Did you say? Did you
So
say
Babadook.
You know I did.
Kundi man? I hate that nigga, yo.
That's why I said it.
That movie was pretty.
The
It
remake was.
was
I like the
the
remake.
remake wasn't bad. I felt like it was a little long in some regards, but it was good.
Whatever that's me. Whatever that means.
It means the movie could have been shorter. That's just what it means.
Nigga, how long was it? Like
It
maybe.
was like a 2-hour movie. I'm pretty sure it could have probably been
Was it?
10.
I thought it was like an hour 45.
That's dead.
Maybe it just felt like it was a little longer than I don't know, but it felt like it was just a little short. Just a little short. And I'd like to see a sequel. Maybe. I don't know how it does, but as
I
funny
mean,
as it
yeah,
is, I'm glad y'all niggas is here. I'll be right back.
a sequel would make sense. They kind of need to make a sequel. What you say?
I don't even know what movie y'all talking about.
The Babadook?
Nah, for the last Candyman movie, the remake.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see the remake. I didn't even know they had a remake.
Yeah, it came out like what 2-3 years? Nah, like probably 4 years ago.
How was it though?
I liked it. I liked the
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
the little spin on it. It was a little. It was different.
2021 it came out.
Word.
Oh, you was almost on the money 3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. I think that remake was good and the Hellraiser remake was good.
I ain't see
But
the Hellraiser remake yet though.
The Hellraiser look a lot like the old one though. That's just the crazy shit.
nah, it was pretty good. Did you ever see the original Hellraiser movie?
I seen them, but I don't remember them because I watched those shits in fear.
Yo, the first one was trash. What'd you say, Dre?
I thought you were you asking me or him? Because I'm like,
Both of y'all.
ain't too many horror movies I didn't see.
Well, that first one was trash juice.
The first,
I didn't bother seeing any other one.
the first Hellraiser, like the first one that ever came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb.
They're old though. Those shits is old from the 80s, right?
So what? There's a lot of good horror movies from the 80s that stand up.
Yeah. You right.
That's not one of them.
No, it's not.
I was kind of scared of it, bro. Every time I would watch it, like with my mom or my dad, I would always like have my hands in my face or just. So I didn't really watch it. And if I did, I don't think I really remember that shit, huh?
They look fucked. Like scary as shit. But fuck that movie's boring as shit.
Isn't it about like I don't even know what it's about. Isn't it like finding like that little fucking box and that right there? If you get that box, you can like open up the gates of hell or some shit.
Portals and shit.
It grants you your desires, but those demons come for you at the end.
Yeah.
But Hellraiser just wants it so he can use it to open the portal of hell or some shit like that, right?
I didn't pay
Bro,
attention.
I don't know anything about them. That's what I'm trying to say. It's so old. When I saw it, I didn't see much of it, but I don't think I would remember that shit anyways.
You gotta see the remake. The remake is good. It's on Hulu, I believe.
It's like what's the best like?
It is.
What would you say is the best movie you ever seen it, but you only saw it once?
What kind of movie is that?
Like something that was really fucking good, but you only saw it one time.
It has to. The only one would be the movie from this year because any movie that I like that much, I guarantee you, I watched several times. Like The Last Samurai, 310 to Yuma, the remake. Movies like that are
What's
fucking
that?
classic.
What was the
But
name
the
of that
one,
movie that Shia LaBeouf made that he had PTSD? He made it a couple years ago. Man
was it
Down.
the one Mexican Gangster?
No,
No,
it's called Man Down. No, Man Down.
yeah.
I seen that movie one time. That shit was good as fuck.
I'll tell you right now, the movie that Shia LaBeouf did, that movie I only seen once, where he was a Mexican gangster.
Yeah.
That shit,
Hard
but
movie, bro.
it
That's a
was a good
hard
ass
ass
movie. It was a good ass movie, but the nigga only played like fucking 10 minutes in that movie.
Nah, it was like almost half the movie.
Yeah, because he wasn't the main character. I thought when I saw the previews before it came out, I thought he was the main character.
Because they made it look like that, but he was a very good supporting actor. He played the shit out of that role.
It's funny, but I don't even know who the fucking main actor was. That's the funny part. Hello.
Yeah, I don't
Hold on,
remember
man.
that either.
I got no shirt on. I don't even want to see this.
You trying to show your titties, bro? That's gonna be the first episode back. You show your titties.
Like, yo, welcome back, nigga. Let me put my shit on.
Well, before you go, Girls Gone Wild, let me at least play the intro.
Middle-aged
Welcome
men
back.
gone wild.
We're talking about Lily. Who the fuck is Lily? Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Stay tuned.
Doo-doo.
Let's work. Turn it down and listen to the experts. Gotta give a shout to the Talking Junk Network. Showing love, hosting battles, playing dope joints. The break room topics always staying on point. Never disappoint. We'll never need a makeover. We here for the takeover like Jehovah. Talking Junk break room take over on the podcast. Dropping bomb facts on demand like Comcast. Now drop a comment whenever they're going live. Hit the YouTube channel right now and go subscribe. Peace.
Talking Junk Network.
Where entertainment lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You're very charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Let me tell you guys about these new Dizzle edibles. Now, I know you probably heard of the drink, and just like the drink, these edibles are the truth. I'm typically a smoker, and I usually like to do it before I drive to take some of the angst off this LA traffic. But with these edibles, I don't even think about rolling up. I don't have to worry about the aroma when I get out of the car, my eyes being red. I just pop in one and I'm good to go. I'm feeling happy and ready to just take on my day. Each edible comes with 25 milligrams. You get 10 in a package, which is more than enough because, again, all you need is one and it'll get you right.
It's time for all things cereal.
And we let you know. Welcome to the BreakRoom, the podcast that live every motherfucking Friday night lives because we're on Saturday morning. That's when we come on now. Saturday fucking morning. Welcome to the new break. E24. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Chillin'.
Jill Ducks rule.
He said that, and we already know he has his shirt off.
Yeah, I got a shirt. I finally got it back on.
Finally got it back on?
Yeah.
Still actively looking for your fucking dick twin?
No. I think I'm about to give up on that, man.
About to give up on it?
Yeah, man. I'm about to be 38 in May, so that makes it about 30 years.
30 years, damn.
8 years old is when I found porn.
That's
Bro. You wallet. You started going on your journey when you was 8, you said?
Hell yeah, that's when I found porn.
But that made you go on your fucking dick twin journey?
Yeah. I felt awkward. I was like, it was just awkward, man. Porn was just awkward for me. I said, it has to look like me.
When did you switch from looking for your dick twin in pornos to looking for your dick twin in real life?
I never looked for it in real life. That kind of scares me. That's kind of like too.
It's horrible shit. You just scared.
But like, yo, you're a hell of a basketball player. Can I see your dick, bro? You can't.
I just want to see if it looks like mine.
Yeah, look, I don't want to let it do with it. I just want to know.
You're not gonna believe that, bro.
That's an automatic fight right there.
Well, he thinks you want to grab his fucking piece.
What is this? Do. So how it feels being up north?
Feels very oppy.
Very what?
You said happy?
Oppy.
Oh, it sounded like Poppy from the grocery store.
It's a line from a song on that Rick Ross Meek Mill album. Got me up and it's very oppy. Pussy very woppy. Got a nigga jury shopping.
Bro, I can't get into the new music, bro.
Right.
I can't, bro. It's like there's probably like in the last 8. It's probably like the last. Let me say, like 10 years of music. I probably only like 4 of them shits.
4 years or 4 songs?
Just only 4 songs in 10 years. I probably like. That's it. This shit is horrible, bro. It's like they all got ADHD. It was like I was on the block and then I was drinking some chocolate milk at McDonald's. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? You just jumping. You like fucking going into different. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Feel about that shit. What? Y'all fucking listening to some whack shit.
That's black rat milk.
God damn.
You said black rat milk? What the fuck?
Well, yeah, and then white rats give the regular milk. You guys didn't know that?
Man, I think you spent a little. I don't know if you ever been to Asia, but I feel like you've been to Asia for too long. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Bro, you don't have to go to Asia. Just go to your home state. Go to where you from, cuz.
Wow. That hurts. That really hurts, bro.
You need some milk for your check? Let me grab this rat and squeeze the tip.
All those blood niggas from Harlem, they had the chinchillas made out of. They had chinchillas made out of rat.
Make sure you grab a female.
They got bigger pouches. I don't know why you had to grab a female.
Because if you have a male, it's not the right kind of milk.
It's dirty. You said dirty.
It's dirty. No, it's cum.
Is it semium? Cumsium.
What'd you say? Semium?
Semium or cumsium?
Semium? What did you say?
It's semium.
What the fuck is semium?
Or cumsium. It's concentrated. It's concentrated semen. That's what it is.
From a rat.
It's when damn, I forgot that word. Forget about it. Let's go back to the regular topic because don't talk about rat. Fucking rat.
You don't want to talk about rat milk.
I'm talking about New York. Let's talk about something else.
Y'all bring it to this. Y'all made me do it.
I don't know who bring up rat's milk, but that was bananas.
It came out of somewhere.
Came out of New York.
Yeah,
anyway.
What's your dilemma with New York?
Honestly, nothing. I just like trolling the fuck out of people from New York because they get heated.
I don't get heated because I know it's all true.
Right. If you don't know, then you just go with the pictures and see what's funny.
I
Or
probably
you'll get
seen that
heated.
shit. I seen rats fucking just on a daily basis. I'm like, oh, look at him.
These size of chihuahuas.
Them niggas is big, bro.
Size
They
12
huge,
teeth.
bro.
Keep them shits.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why people still have underground cock rings. All you need to do is just fight the rats.
Man, that was a wild ass
each other.
sentence.
That could go
It
anywhere.
was,
Yeah,
right?
that sentence could go anywhere because you said cock ring, and I just
Yeah,
thought
when you
about
said
like
that, I was like,
that
what the
vibrating
fuck?
thing you put around the shaft of your penis to.
You're right,
Like-
because you're obsessed with finding your dick twin.
I had to go through a lot of those kind of videos. Oh shit! I crack myself up.
But how do you know if
Yo.
it truly looks like yours until he takes the ring off?
Microscopes.
Microscopes. Not telescopes, microscopes.
2 fingers and a microscope.
We find out with electron microscopes.
It's just almost quantum physics.
What the fuck?
It's there, it's not there. It depends on your
It jumps in and out of reality all the time. It just jumps out of reality. It comes in and out, That's what it wants.
Yeah, quantum cocksness.
You mean Conquer Mechanics?
Cocker Mechanics featuring Come Soon.
You can't forget the mechanism. That's the only thing that makes it work.
From Coca-Cola.
Definitely a new element right there.
Cum soon? It does sound like it's like cesium and cum made an element.
That's what that is.
Do y'all even know anything about Miss Gypsy Rose, our topic tonight?
She is an ex-wrestler turned rapper, and I believe she has
I was like, wait, hold on.
kids.
You caught me off guard with that.
That sounds like a good wrestler / rapper name, Gypsy Rose.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know
like a
about
female,
good. It
yeah.
sounds passable.
Actually, to be honest with you, it sounds like a stripper name.
I give her like maybe like 3 more weeks, and then be a transsexual wrestler in the fucking female WWE, whatever you call that shit.
You call it the
Yeah.
WWE.
I was gonna say they have a separate one.
I thought it was. Isn't the belt separate? It should be separate.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of belts, but
They have fucking
company's
LeBron
not.
James and that shit.
It's not
Bad
a
Bunny
female
go-
WWE. It's a female WWE title.
Bad Bunny's gonna turn to a woman just to get the fucking female championship.
yep, I believe it.
Yeah.
He's halfway there. Like he's more than half. He's about like 79%.
Woman?
Yeah. He's almost.
I'm every woman. It's
has a
all in me.
He has a transition. He's
Mach
transitioned
thinks
in.
that when he watches porno. He says, find every penis. See
The older I
it's
get,
me.
the older I get, the theme song
Can't
changes
skip a
with the
single
years.
second, no, baby.
You heard, Jason? The older I get, the theme song sings right alongside my aging. So now the song I listen to when I'm watching is "Time Keep On Ticking into the future."
Taking it to the future. What?
That's why I'm watching it. When I watch it, I'm like, yo, I'm about to
Keeps
quit on this
dicking
journey.
into the future. That's a wild remix.
Featuring Talent.
Dicking. Nah, bro, we ain't twins. Pretty sure of that.
No. You like that? You know the character in the back? He's always talking, like the narrator. You be the narrator.
Pretty sure it's the narrator.
Will Macho finally find his twin of dicks?
Stay tuned on the next episode of BreakRoom Z.
We return to Macho.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
We return to
Macho, hit
Macho,
your
who has
song.
been sitting at his desk for about 3 hours now. We see him scrolling relentlessly, page after page, in pursuit of the identical cock that he can call his own. Yet, at page
You hear the back.
394, he has had no luck. And we're hoping that he'll come around soon. Oh, I made a pun there.
He
didn't I?
finds
Literally.
himself in an awkward position because in order to find said dick twin, he must keep his dick hard. However, it's weird in front of mad dick.
Imagine the episode where he finally finds it. That's the best. That's the best one.
When we
You gotta
approach
record that
Macho
shit.
and we asked him,
Save that shit on your TiVo.
why did you take on this endeavor, Macho? He responded, well, somebody's got to do it.
I'd be like, Gooey Ducks rule.
I do it
So
for the
That's
good.
why.
Who the fuck gotta find your dick twin?
Macho, we have spent
Oh, man.
$500 million trying to find your unique dick twin, and we have been unable to find anybody across the 7 continents. How does that make you feel?
It's just like Bigfoot. We can't find him.
Yes, if Bigfoot had a crazy unique cock.
He had a mane down the shaft of his penis. Alright, yo, we gotta get into this subject, bro. This is getting out of hand. This is really
Wow, it's
this is really
wild.
getting out of hand right now.
Yeah, guys, stop
It's
dicking
1 in the morning.
around.
That's such dick jokes.
Stop dicking around, guys.
Nothing ever gets better than dick jokes. The best.
Fucking. Oh God.
He has no words. He's flabbergasted.
Hey, yo, shout out to Aqua Teen Hunger Force where they did that episode with the dude who was a dick, like a literal dick, and he was cutting off other people's dicks to make a dick ship so he could go back to planet
What's
Dick.
happening?
That shit is crazy. All right, let's move on. I just was reminded of that episode, which is, again, insane.
I should just rename this Tale of the Dicks.
Who watched that Harriet Tubman movie?
What?
Yeah.
You mean the color purple?
Right.
Look, you never seen the Harriet Tubman movie?
Yo, that was wild out of context, bro.
Yeah, you never see. Yeah, bro, but you never seen the fucking you never seen the cover to the Harriet movie.
I didn't even know the color purple was about Harriet Tubman.
It definitely was.
No, I never seen Harpo's movie.
Look, it's called Harriet. Y'all never seen that movie?
Oh, bro.
No, I can't say I have.
Fake as
Yeah, it came out like five years ago.
everything.
Yo, the cover of the movie, she looked like a cowboy. I'm like, wow, what they did to this woman's fucking. I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to the group chat later. Y'all gonna see. This is insane. She's like the
slaves right down
she's like the
here.
Black John Wayne. In the picture is the Black John Wayne.
She looked like a Black John Wayne.
Female Black John Wayne.
What is
I swear to God. I'm laughing because it's funny, but it's true. What I'm looking at is crazy. Look up the Harriet cover right now. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You'll be like, what they did to
Macho,
this woman's legend. Yeah.
You're kind of like our own Joey Diaz sometimes.
Everybody tells me that shit all the time. That's what Corey always says. Yo, you be acting. I'm like, bro, we from the same place.
Yeah, you can tell. It's like our neighbors.
Why?
You looked it up?
Yeah.
You thought it was bugging, right? You thought it was tripping. Put it up. Share with the people. It's the most retarded cover they ever put for a lady. She had nothing to do with cowboys. What the fuck? That shit made you laugh.
Yeah, it almost killed me.
It's the fucking female Black John Wayne.
Wait, goodness gracious. What the fuck is going on now?
That's what I said. I was like, what's going on?
Bro, what? She look like she
Why
about
you
to
keep zooming
deal in
into
the. She look like a soul reaper.
Bro, and that's about Harriet Tubman, that movie, bro. That shit is crazy.
She looks like Undertaker.
It says,
She was a
in
black,
this
strong female.
biopic, Harriet Tubman makes a horrible escape from slavery and then risk her life to lead others to freedom via to Underground Railroad. It's stupid. It just says the freedom via Underground Railroad. Wow, these motherfuckers is disgraceful.
Yeah, obviously, there's freedom via Abraham Lincoln.
It said via.
Excuse me, Aberdolph Lincoln.
I want to know. I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch this shit. I gotta see if this shit is accurate.
It's not.
Bro, no. Bro, hell no. She wouldn't have had that fucking hat.
That's not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm watching.
Nothing.
Oh man.
All of that is a lie.
It's very rare that a movie depiction of somebody's life is spot on.
Nah.
You know which one? You know which one was good? Stanley Yell next.
Holes?
Yeah.
What about Holes?
I said that was a great adaptation of a person's life.
Right.
No, Shia LaBeouf, Holes with Shia LaBeouf you talking about?
Yeah.
That shit was mad close to thing. The only thing that the kid never ate onions. The kid was dying in the book. The kid was dying, and he would keep giving him onions so he could stay alive. But they never showed that part in the movie. Nobody ate an onion.
Yeah, they
did. What are you talking about? That's a big part of the movie.
Damn, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
That's like 30 minutes of the movie is them and onions.
Okay.
Huh?
Saying it was a bigger part of the book than it was in the movie.
Right. It should have been fed to them through the movie's entirety instead of just one part. Is what he's saying.
The whole movie in the book, the whole book, he's giving him onions so that he could live, he could stay alive. Because he was dehydrated.
Nah, look, I can tell you as far as adaptation
in the book,
goes,
I know the book more than the movie.
Number 1 is Holes. Number 2, Lord of the Rings.
What?
For book adaptations. That's number 3.
Harry Potter's pretty good.
Harry Potter omits a lot of stuff it doesn't really need to, and then Lord of the Rings omits stuff that it kind of has to.
But is it Batman kind of like
all Holes really changed is that Stanley's not fat and then skinny at the end of the movie. That's the biggest change they really did. Everything else is at least referenced, if not there. Like there was nothing left out, whether or not it was focused. But anyway, Holes is the best adaptation I've seen thus far.
I remember seeing that shit. I was in MS8. I was in 6th grade when I saw that shit.
That's high praise.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of book adaptation movies I haven't read the book on, so
true.
Like I didn't read the shit that The Matrix and Terminator is based off of. I'm not gonna.
You don't want to mess it up for yourself. Because you're gonna get mad. Because you know what's gonna happen is you're gonna get mad because the books are gonna be better.
The books are always better because they're not made by committee. They're made by somebody.
95% of the time, they're always better. And they always have way fire shit in there that they don't put in the movie.
Movies are made by a committee. And they suck for it.
That's a 2-hour movie, bro.
What's a 2-hour movie? The Harriet Tubman movie? You still on that?
Yeah, bro. Because I'm skipping through the scenes to see if I see some. This shit is crazy, bro. This is a racist.
You trying to see
movie.
Harriet Tubman's titties? Is that what you're doing?
I want to see if she fucks one of these white niggas.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Oh wow! At the end, she joined the war. She got the fucking cowboy hat. This is sad.
No, that's actually accurate. That she was like kind of in the army, but the movie
Yeah.
the worst person to her in the whole movie is a black dude that they made up that doesn't exist in history. It's like, man, fuck y'all.
Also, you saw this.
They made up a nigga to be a like to terrorize her in the movie. It's like that never happened.
Yo,
But
bro, there
Of
was a
course, they're
girl,
gonna make
bro.
a black
Bro,
man be a
there was
terrorizer
a
in
girl.
slavery times movie, right?
There was a
yeah,
girl at my school, bro. There was a girl at my school, and I used to call her Harriet Tubman. That bitch, bro. Yo, that fucking bitch looked just like Harriet Tubman, bro. I remember because I went into the class and I ripped the page off from the history book of Harriet Tubman, and then when she was saying that, I was like, yo, I forgot that her name was Tamika. I was like, yo, Tamika. She turned around. I put the picture next to her face. Everybody started dying. The bitch looked just like her.
Bro, you were
All
like
she missing is the
you were a
doobie.
stereotypical '90s school bully,
Hell no, because she was always making fun of me because I was fat. She was like, "Oh, you fat fuck." I was
nigga.
like, "You look like Harriet Tubman." What?
You
What?
you ripped a page out of a history book to show to her. It sounds like a
Oh man,
scene
I
out of
did
Hey
worse than
Arnold.
that. I did worse than
It
that. I
sounds
done wiped
like
my ass with
Harold
textbook paper.
and Big Patty are having an argument. That's what it sounded like.
He's definitely Nelson Muntz.
Who's Nelson Muntz? I don't know who that is.
yes, you do.
Ha ha, loser.
Harriet.
Hey, now,
Harriet.
remember the episode on The Simpsons when Nelson was like the quarterback and they playing football and the whole team was garbage? But the nigga
Yeah.
throws the ball and runs down and catches the touchdown with a cigarette in his mouth, and he's like, that was hard.
Yeah.
That's a core Simpsons memory for me because I was like, damn, this nigga Nelson's nice.
Anyway, who are we talking about? Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose?
Talk about
Have y'all ever seen a girl who looked
Ruby
like
Rose.
before she was famous? Like
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
like Ruby
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Rose, I think, but like got to be in a major city. Y'all niggas from New York too, so you seen girls. He's from New York, so yeah, you seen Ruby Rose before.
I know who Ruby Rose is.
Or a girl who looks like her.
If I see the girl that look like her.
Yeah,
probably.
Oh yeah, nigga. I done cursed out about 5 of them.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, that shit is funny. The most racist movie I ever seen was Blazing Saddles.
I mean, that's kind of supposed to be.
I mean, yeah, but that's by intention.
Right.
That shit was
I think what
crazy,
you meant to say
bro.
was Birth of a Nation because that's yet to be topped.
I was gonna say, did you see Birth of a Nation?
I never seen that.
Yeah, that shit.
Okay? Well, if you want a top racist movie,
that's the most racist movie ever made.
Yeah, it's so racist that it made.
On what platform can you watch this movie you're talking
Google.
about?
It's free. It's free. It's public domain.
Yeah, right.
It's not owned by anybody.
That shit came out when that was it 1914 or some shit. So yeah,
it was one of the first movies ever made, Macho, and it was about dehumanizing black people and making weed look demonic, because people started enjoying it for fun.
Birth of
a Nation.
Can you pull it up? You said 1914?
Yeah.
Shit, there was still parts that still have slavery around.
I'm pretty sure that this movie was tried to be used. It was used in court and was part of one of the things that outlawed weed, which was that smoking it caused black men specifically to do insane things. And I think there was this admitted in court. I'm pretty sure it was admitted in court.
I didn't even know they had cameras.
You can turn into a frog. Bro.
They didn't even have cameras back then.
They had cameras in the 1800s, man.
Not fucking videos, though.
Mm-hmm.
There was video in the 1950s, but I must be off, man. I feel like
1950s.
1915.
Yeah. Oh, 15. Yeah, bro, there's World War I footage.
Right.
Oh, my fault.
Are we
They've been doing photos and shit like that for a minute. Like if you go back and look at some of the old
You're
stuff
right.
of
You're right. They have baseball games from the 20s. Right.
Now, while this shit
they got
plays,
bad old shit.
have any of y'all ever heard of Gypsy Rose Blanchard?
Yep. I definitely did.
Not really. Honestly, no. Not until after all that shit. Are you
So
playing
my
Birth
first
of the Nation? Because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to say a disclaimer.
What kind of disclaimer?
This is about to be some racist shit we don't support, but it's for educational purposes. So fuck you if you keep playing, bitch.
And it's public domain, so suck my dick on copyright.
Yeah, nobody's gonna. No one,
That art to which we owe the Bible and the works of Shakespeare. I can. We do not fear
That's crazy it says
for
that.
we have no wish to offend with improprieties or obscenities, but we do demand, as a right, the liberty to show the dark side of wrong, that we may illuminate the bright side of virtue. The same liberty that is conceded to the art of the written word, that art to which we owe the Bible and the works of Shakespeare.
Bro, that's crazy that it even says that in that movie, because there's like conspiracies that William Shakespeare wrote the Bible.
There's conspiracies he wasn't even real.
This fucking movie is 3 hours long.
yeah, we're not.
Can you
watching-
like skip to the middle?
Yeah, skip to the racist part. Skip to the part where they're racist.
Is this a silent film?
Yes, it was in 1918. That's why there's this music playing. Stairman, the guest of honor. I'm a fucking racist. Look at me. I'm being racist. This nigga is racist. Look at him. Fuck. Let's kill him. I'm going to do racist things. I'm going to rape your women. Fuck.
Look at the motherfucker sitting down next to him. Look at him. Look at him. He angry. He want everybody dead.
Look at it. What the fuck was going on there? Why was a white man
But the thing
addressing
is,
a bunch of
how
black
did you
people like
enjoy
that?
that shit? How did people enjoy that? They really had a big ass imagination.
No, there had never been movies before, and you're a racist, and now there's a movie for people like you. That's how people liked it.
They used to love it. That's my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. Before it was a social faux pas, that was everybody's best movie until Citizen Kane came out.
Yo, that's crazy right there.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, it looked like it was gonna get crazy.
It made Dre.
But why
leave.
you say it's why you but why you say it's racist? Like if you can't hear them saying anything,
No,
the shit
bro,
they were doing.
trust me. Go on YouTube and just like have a compilation of things. The stuff that's set, like the Klan is in it. There, it's trust me. It very much is about the dehumanization and just like detriment, and then painting of the Ku Klux Klan as like heroes of America and just nothing but good people who are saving people from black people. Like it's terrible.
Maybe one day we'll do an episode on it.
Yeah.
So Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right? She was just released out of prison, I think, last month, just before Christmas or just after Christmas, I think, for the death of her mother. She was charged with second-degree murder and sentenced to 10 years, I believe. And she only did 8 of those, I think. But before we get into the gruesome details of her mother's death, you have to first kind of take a step into her mother's life. Any of you know what Munchausen by proxy is?
No.
I believe you were saying that is somebody who has issues but then casts them on somebody else, medically speaking. Is that what you were saying? I think like they yeah.
So if I had Munchausen by proxy, right, Mach?
Yeah.
And we essentially grew up together, right? I would say I think Macho has the same shit that Big Show has, right? He has that pituitary gland that makes him bigger. I think that wholeheartedly. And I make you go to doctors, take tests, get needles, medication, and all that for this one thing that I think that you have, but you really don't have it.
It's kind of like a specified hypochondrianism.
I would have just been like, yeah, that's because you believe that. Don't mean I do.
Right. Now, what if you were my kid?
What if you was a kid that wouldn't be able to comprehend that? Okay.
What if you were my kid and I'm making you do all of this, not telling you, well, you know for a fact that these things aren't wrong.
You just think it's the Lord. Like, I just think it's the Lord. Man, let me, you're a piece of shit father, then.
Well, I'm glad you're back, Jay.
I don't want you as my dad, Jay. I don't want you as my dad. I'm good.
Yeah, we watched the whole thing, and Macho's not a racist anymore.
I just got out of work.
I has never been a racist, you son of a gun. You try to catch me with that? You try to throw that under there like I ain't Pete Game. Get out of here.
Hey, sometimes you just throw a ball out and you see if somebody catches it, right?
I ain't catching it. I got hit in the face with it with disrespect.
You know? Hey, look, L's happened, my bad. I should have called it out.
It's crazy. So here, it's classifying her as an American activist and author who was convicted of second-degree murder for the death of her mother.
I'm sorry, what? She just got released from prison?
Yeah.
Jeez. How is she a fucking activist?
A feminist hero.
Does she drink Sprite activist? Is that why?
No, that happened when she was in jail, when she wrote the book and she was doing all that shit. People saw her as like, damn.
A lot of people seen her as a victim. And that's how they justify.
She was a victim. Nigga, fuck that bitch ass mother.
Yeah, but she still it doesn't take away from the fact that she still manipulated this dude into doing her bidding.
You want to know something though? She had the intellect of a fucking 7-year-old though. She was 17, 18 with the intellect of a 7-year-old. She never went to school. She only knew what her mother taught her. That's why she was like,
but she was smart enough to manipulate a motherfucker to help kill somebody.
Yeah, but a little kid is smart enough to get mad at somebody and throw a rock at them.
Yeah, but not smart enough to convince somebody else to help murder somebody.
No,
the only one person I know of can do that, and that's Damien from The Omen.
What I'm trying to say is she got the mind of a little kid. So they don't see it as anything really crazy, bro.
My thing is, what if she was playing the role with her mother? You know what I mean? Getting everything that she wanted.
She wrote a fucking book.
As we explore this, you're going to see that there was a lot of things that they did that didn't just hinder at the health of Gypsy. It also kind of... I'm in a sunroom and it's cold up north.
I watched you come from a regular person and go into a black cocoon.
What? Okay, I lied, Dre. He's still a little racist.
Black cocoon. A cocoon is normally brown, white. You got a
It's too late. It's too late, Macho. It's okay. It's a time thing. Habits take time.
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna use the Mandela effect on you. I'm gonna just use the Mandela effect on you, like you did say that didn't really happen.
It didn't happen. I never outright said it. I just kind of inferred it.
Then he got a leather fitted. How dare you? How dare you put leather material on your head?
This makes it a snapback.
It's still a leather spec. You should never have leather on.
God,
leather shouldn't pass your neck. Leather shouldn't even pass your fucking back pocket. It should just be a wallet. That's it. Nothing else leather. That's it. Just you
Only
wildin'.
only black dudes in the 90s and early 2000s got away with that. And
Yeah.
only just.
You know why you should
Only
have got
just.
to go with the hat? You know why you should have got to go with the hat? A leather do-rag with suede sideburns. That's what you should do.
With suede sideburns.
Yeah, that's what you
They make leather do-rags?
got. for
It sounds
Jason.
hot. It sounds
like a.
It sounds like a lot of humidity. It just sounds moist.
It sounds like a wet ass head.
Yeah.
No, there are no leather do-rags. No leather do-rags. I've never seen
It don't exist. That's
Not yet. We just got to call
There are
Timberland.
suede though. There's definitely suede do-rags for sure.
See, we're almost there. Anyway, let's get back to Ruby Rose Gypsy.
a leather do-rag.
So in the beginning, right, when she was a baby, she was an infant. Her mother first became convinced Gypsy Rose had an array of different health issues, right? The first thing was sleep apnea. She told the doctors that her daughter had sleep apnea and made them do procedures and shit. So this is one thing that got me with this whole shit, right?
But
how can
wait before you get into that. Are you team Gypsy or you team mother?
Bro, I'm definitely not team mother.
I'm team Gypsy.
Not team Gypsy.
I'm team Gypsy. Tyler, you team Gypsy or you team mother?
I wash my hands of these white women.
Thank you, sir. I take that same.
Man, you. What he said?
He has not.
Yo, you Gypsy or mother? What is you, Dre?
Whatever team Ruby Rose is on.
Everybody on that team.
Again, I wash my hands of these white women and hoes. So
you don't like Karens? You don't like Karens?
Karens don't like Karens.
I love
they look in the
Karens. I
mirror
like to
and
watch
that shit.
I like to watch an occasional Karen have a mental breakdown. This shit is fucking entertainment for me.
Well, I want to know how
it comes from Ohio.
My fucking nose is so stuffed. Fuck.
Karens are bred in Ohio. I don't know if you knew that. Fun fact for the Talking Junk crew.
I never been there. I heard of that place.
Honestly, if you can answer a question, answer me this. How in the fuck can a person tell a professional
I already have an answer for you
that their child has this, and the fucking professional knows good goddamn well the child does not have this disease or disorder, and they still do
why
procedures, yes.
You know why?
Big pharma, sir. Yes, I know.
That's part of the big reason. Medicine is a business, and then on top of that, it doesn't matter if you get a C or an A, you become a doctor. So you add that in, and then you add on the fact that people who are now doctors have hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. That makes them much more culpable to wanting to kind of, whatever, I'll just kind of do it because it gets me money and I can push this drug, I get a kickback. This is very much just a thing of the medicine is not separate from retail business. It operates differently and has to do with your body, but that's all it is. When you go in a hospital, you're hoping unless, as me and Jay were talking about the other day, some people will still go into a hospital with nobody else who's around that can fucking fix them except a black person and be like, nah, I think I'm gonna tough it out. So like, medicine is wild as shit. And the reason why a mother can come in and bogart their way in is because sometimes it's easier to pacify than it is to actually do your job, especially if you're not good at doing your job. And unfortunately, because people spend so much time in college to become a doctor, we just assume that they're just really fucking capable and really good at what they do, and they must be better than me because I don't have a job that I could equate to being a doctor. I don't know how to treat people in the body, so
Yeah,
they
but
must
bro,
always know better. It's a
This
stethoscope
is
appeal.
fucking bananas, though, bro. It's fucking bananas. Because after the sleep apnea, she went straight to muscular dystrophy.
It doesn't matter.
She
It
was
doesn't
getting
matter
money.
because
Yo, her SSI check was a bit crazy, bro. Her shit was a bit crazy.
the
She had
tests and shit like that, that's money to be made. And
all that extra shit.
people do not give a fuck. Some people do, but guess what you can do when they say, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that? You can either get a second opinion from somewhere or go somewhere else and somebody to fucking do it. As I was saying to Dre, like just fucking yesterday, you can have Dr. Hibbert or Dr. Nick. And a lot of motherfuckers want Dr. Nick.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Didn't he die? Wasn't he like the first person to die in The Simpsons?
No, that was fucking the psychologist.
I'm pretty sure
I forgot his name. No, it wasn't. It was not Dr.
The first person to die in The Simpsons and stay dead was fucking Bleeding Gums Murphy.
No, it was not.
It was.
That he was the second one. The first one, I'm pretty sure, was the first one was the psychiatrist that nobody noticed because he was in like season 1 and maybe 2, and then Bleeding Gums, who was actually significant because those episodes have good jazz in them overall, and they're just good episodes. He's like the most memorable first one, but it was a psychologist, and then it was Bleeding Gums, and there was a bunch of random motherfuckers. But I'm pretty sure, unless it was later, Dr. Nick is not dead.
Dr. Nick is dead.
I seen him.
I'm gonna go to fucking Google now because I mean I'm not saying I've seen all the Simpsons, but I didn't hear that.
Dr. Nick is dead. Maud Flanders died. Edna Krabappel died. Somebody else died too.
I'll take you know all the fucking names.
Anyway, let's get back to Gypsy. All right. So what the fuck? Are you trying to split coke through a complete stroke?
So I googled it real quick so it wouldn't kick me out of here because StreamYard is stupid for that. But it said that Dr. Nick did die in the Simpsons movie, but he just showed up again in later episodes.
Yeah, that'll count. I'll still win.
Like Dr. Nick is too good of a gag to kill off, honestly. Like that makes no sense. You have Dr. Hibbert and you have Dr. Nick. That is not a gag that you kill off. That's a very poor decision, which they could make at this point. The Simpsons is owned by Disney.
Here we go.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go on a tirade about it because I do it all the time. But like, they are owned by Disney, so like, who's to say what the fuck they might do in that show?
How you know that?
The last couple of episodes ended in fucking songs being sung. But that's
did you say how did I know that? It's public. It's public record, my nigga. They bought Fox.
Nah, I was just trying to fucking light your fire because you was like, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not in the mood to shit on Disney. Disney is shitting on itself.
Nah, you're not gonna do it because you don't know.
No, I haven't. Please don't. I know you're trying to goad me, Macho. I know what that looks like because I do it too. It's not gonna work.
You know me.
It's not gonna work.
I tried.
Hey, look, I respect your art, Macho. You're very crafty and good at what you do.
Think about this, right? Mother already manipulating the doctors from the day that this girl was born on things that she doesn't have, and they're believing her. The movie called The Act.
Real quick, Jay, where is this taking place?
Shit.
It was a nice place.
Because I don't know why I'm assuming Florida, because there's no reason for me to assume
No, it's
that.
definitely
So
not
I'm trying
Florida.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like-
I feel like it was Iowa or fucking like Ohio. It's
It
cold.
feels like some Midwestern bullshit.
They went to Louisiana.
Okay, down south.
They went to Louisiana after all of this, but before this,
Hey, you got a little bit of feedback going on with your mic. You might be too close.
Yeah, that shit was scaring me.
I don't know about that, but it was.
I was like, yo, the aliens are breaching the frequency.
it's better like this.
Yep.
All right, so it doesn't. I don't know why Wiki doesn't say there, and I didn't write it down. It says Green Meadow, Louisiana here.
Okay. So down south.
So in the movie The Act, they depict this part as her falling off of a trampoline and her skinning her knee.
You mean the show?
Well, yeah, whatever.
Docu-series.
Mini-series?
Yeah.
Like a docu mini-series, yeah.
It's like a lifetime.
It was a good fucking show, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So really, she didn't jump off a trampoline and fall. She fucking she got on a motorcycle with her grandfather and had a minor accident, scraped her knee. She had a knee contusion, is what she had, and she made the doctors give her a wheelchair. After that, Gypsy Rose never left that wheelchair.
That's sad.
I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, that just sounds like somebody who was like, you know what? I could scam this shit. Stay in that chair.
That's what I said. I said she was trying to get them SSI checks.
That sounds like somebody trying to hustle their kid. Like the fuck out of here.
I'm a hustler. I know what it is.
You know, I don't know where Dre's at, but we were really honestly touching on a lot of things popping up right now because we were talking about people who just be having kids to sell them motherfuckers and make money.
Yeah, you know, I knew somebody that did that, but that's a story for a later day.
What? Well, you know what?
Change the name. Just tell us the story. Change the names to the story.
Nah, I don't know these people anymore. I haven't known them for years, so I can tell you their real names. So there was this
Jack
this
and Monique
in my building. I swear, bro. Her name was Kathy, but
was this in New York?
Crackhead. Yeah, it was in New York when I was growing up.
Definitely was in New York.
I used to hang out with her son. Her son was a little prick, but my mother used to make me hang out with them because Justin Justino, and he had a little sister named Samantha.
What a fucking name!
Now,
keep going. Just that fucking name.
That name is crazy.
Your parents fucking hate you. Keep going.
What's his name?
Justin Justino. Yo, that is the most crackheady name ever.
Crazy.
Like you gave birth and you're like, my last name is Justin Justino. That's my name, Justin Justino. Okay, Justin Justino.
I had to fucking change my name once I had to.
I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead and say it.
I thought I was the only one that heard that.
Y'all don't want me to finish any story tonight. We're just gonna talk about them.
I love all the stories.
Hell yeah. Go ahead.
So, fast forward to the last 2 years, they were in my building, right? She was pregnant. 9 months, the whole 9 yards. She went somewhere for like 2 weeks and was gone for the baby. It was gone. That's it. And it didn't die or anything because 2 weeks after that, the bitch was pregnant again.
What?
Yes. And that
was ridiculous. Diamond niggas with babies.
Whoa.
She just like, yo. She said, yo, I got this baby. It's a 10-pounder. The next one gonna be a 12-pounder. 12 pounds a little pricey.
My mom told me that she sold that shit one day because I was, you're a little.
You ain't never seen the babies,
shit, bro. Right? It's like she was pregnant. What happened to the baby?
The only one you saw was Justin. That's
she give it up for adoption? No. She sold that shit probably for crack.
Like
you should have went up to Justin, but like, yo, where's all your brothers and sisters your mother had, bro? That's what I told him.
Damn.
Yo, Justin, where all your siblings at, bro? He'll be like, what's up, man? Oh, you ain't know, nigga. Your mom just throwing babies in the Hudson.
You would think with a name like Justin Justino, he'd be able to find you on Facebook or something. Nah, I don't be able to find
see him.
Hey, yo, JJ.
They were Puerto Rican.
Your mama sold as many babies as I nutted in my palm this morning. How do you feel about that?
Come see you. Yeah. They were Puerto Rican. What were they? Asian?
Yeah, they were the
Were
mother.
they Asian? They know Asian with the last name Justino. Come on.
Hey, man, I never heard anyone with Justino.
The mother was white, but the father was Puerto Rican.
that
He
that
was
explains it
very-
all. That explains it all.
Their
Has to be
grandmother
related
had
to
a house
Gypsy.
that was close to Bainbridge.
She was related to Gypsy's mom.
Speaking of Gypsy, let's get back to that shit, right?
Yeah.
So they
I
moved
think
after Katrina destroyed their Louisiana home. Dee Dee and Gypsy Rose lived in a rented home in Aurora, southwestern Missouri. During their time there, Gypsy was honored by the Olay Foundation, which advocates for the rights of feeding tube recipients. So they're skipping a lot on this motherfucker here in Wiki. Bro, by now, her mother got mad shit done to her.
bad money.
They sealed her
A jaw?
saliva glands because she said that she would excessively drool, and to simulate this, she would put numbing cream in her mouth or Novocaine before doctor appointments. So when she gets there,
How the fuck she getting Novocaine?
Bro, who knows where this bitch is getting
She
shit from?
no, she worked like as a nurse or some shit,
Like,
nigga.
this is
She worked as a nurse, and then, bro, she took all fucking Gypsy's teeth out. She had no teeth.
She did not. No. She had her on anti-seizure medication because she told the doctors that she was epileptic. So between the anti-seizure medication and all the other medications she had her on, she even had this little girl on a feeding tube. She didn't even need it because she ate. She could eat, nigga. So why the fuck you got her on a feeding tube?
Wait, so real quick, her mother was a career nurse?
She was a nurse or some shit like that.
It doesn't say much about her mother here.
Nigga, all I know, she had a catheter. She had a catheter in her stomach, bro.
Look, before all of this happened with Gypsy, her mother was taking care of her grandmother, and when her grandmother died, everybody, her father and everybody else, were suspicious that Dee Dee, the mother of Gypsy, had something to do with her mother's death. Malnutrition, all of that. She just didn't feed her, didn't give her meds, and just let her fucking croak.
Yeah, but with her daughter, she gave her daughter all the fucking medicine. Don't let her die.
Hold on. Her dad remarried, and they lived in the house with her stepmother, and her stepmother kept getting ill with stomach pains and
Wait. Her dad got remarried, and his new wife, his ex-wife and daughter lived together?
Gypsy's mother's dad.
Gypsy's mother's mother died from all of that, and they suspected that Dee Dee, Gypsy's mother, had something to do with it. Her dad,
right, but like,
and the stepmother lived there with them. The mother was already dead. Dee Dee was suspected of putting what was it?
So Gypsy's grandfather remarried. Gypsy's grandfather got remarried.
And they thought her mother was putting something in her stepmother's food because when she moved out, her stepmother never had those symptoms again.
Okay, I was a generation off. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, lost. I almost got lost too. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
So after all of that, and they went to fucking Missouri after Hurricane Katrina. First of all, they had Habitat for Humanity build her a home with a ramp and all of that to accommodate her, muscle jacuzzi, everything to accommodate Gypsy Rose.
Hey, yo, shout out to Extreme Home Makeover. That's what that sounds like.
This little girl knew that she didn't need any of this. You know what I mean? She didn't need the wheelchair. She didn't need to eat, and she didn't say anything.
She didn't know.
She knew, nigga, because she said it. She said in interviews that she knew she could walk. She knew she could eat. You know what I mean? She said that one of the reports even stated that she was paralyzed from the neck down, and here she is moving her arms. You know what I mean? She knew. Her mother would lie about her age to
To
get
tell
her.
people
She got her free fucking Disney trips. She got her Make-A-Wish Foundation things, bro. She got her into pageants.
they gave her mother like 50 grand or some shit like that too. They just give her money.
See, where her
Special
mom messed
Olympics
up is
every
that she
year.
didn't include her kid in the lie. She should have just been like, "Hey, act
She
like this,
did
and you'll go to Disney for free."
She did include her kid in the lie because every single time Gypsy would open her mouth or say something wrong, Dee Dee was right there. She would do things like squeeze her hand or give her cues that
They
she
showed
saw.
that in the show.
Oh, so she was just a handler. She wasn't a mom.
Right.
No, when she
Because
got
like,
old enough
but
to know.
that's also not what I mean by including. Including means telling your child the scheme of like, all right, I'm gonna put this numbing cream in your mouth and you're gonna drool a lot. And the reason why is we're gonna get this funding and we're gonna be able to go to Disney for free. And when we're there, nobody's gonna be watching us. So you can just kind of like you'll sit in the
how
wheelchair,
about
but you can do whatever.
This bitch was super delusional. She had to lie to everybody just to get her and Gypsy away from Gypsy's dad. Because Gypsy's dad, though didn't want to be with Gypsy's mom, did want to have an active role in his daughter's life and wasn't able to after she left. She kept changing her age, changing her birth certificate, and all of that, medical records, all of that shit. So they told the police. She told the police that they were running from an abusive father. That's why she had to keep changing all of that bullshit, and the police just let it be. When in reality, she was doing that to make Gypsy seem younger than what she really was. And
because she was like 17 turning 18, acting she was 13. She was
Bro,
like, oh,
she
she
was-
just turned 13, and she was already 18 years old.
Yep, she had just turned 18.
And she was telling everybody in that neighborhood she's 13.
So of course,
Did she look the part because of like malnutrition,
Yeah,
or
she
like
looked young.
Yeah.
She
And
still
it was
look young
her face,
now.
too. Nah, she don't still look young now. You pushing it.
No, the one picture that I saw, she looked like a average white woman in age.
But you saw when she was talking when she first got to court. She was talking. She sounded like a little ass girl. Her voice.
And that's her
Okay,
real
but that's a little bit different though.
I know. But I was just pointing that out. And then she's like, like the doctors, the actual test on her. It was like, yo, she had the intellect and she had the reading level of like a 7, 8 year old.
No, that's bullshit. She wrote a fucking book and got famous off of it. That's bullshit. Fuck that.
Apparently she learned all of that in jail.
Yeah.
Again, fuck that.
Bro, I'm telling
because
you.
look, at the end of the day,
I want to read the book. Can you find a page of that book?
I believe
Can you
bro.
find one page of that book? Hold on.
At the end
I
of the
want to
day,
see how good the book is written. Can you find one page of that book?
I believe you, bro. Because honestly, listening to this whole shit and doing a little bit of research, and we're not really doing this case or story any justice because we kind of rambled on for an hour, but this is the break room. You know what I mean?
It was 45 minutes. We had a preamble, but we've been a little more.
Still, it seemed to me through this whole shit that yes, she was a victim for a lot of those years, but
she came to her senses.
No,
she was. How do I put this? She was a willing victim at a certain point.
She was a selective victim.
You're kind of describing what Harvey Dent says in The Dark Knight when he says either you become a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that sentiment is true when it comes to abusers and victims. At a certain point, those who are abused, especially if it's intentionally done, will accommodate and or take on traits of the abuser, and despite being a victim, will have traits of an abuser within them, and either they will struggle with that, and or they will go from being a victim to being a willing abuser of the same thing. And it makes things very difficult as a person to kind of judge and put out there in a relative state. But at the end of the day, if you know what you went through and then you're still consciously just doing it despite what you know what it's doing, I don't have empathy for what you deserve to have happening
I
because you
think she
know
was.
better. And
I
at a
think she
certain
was too
point,
young and she was
regard
manipulated.
no, regardless, it doesn't matter. Regardless, at a certain point, especially because innately you're gonna know what's going. He already stated she knew, and she stated that she knew that what was going was wrong. So
Right. She
it
even
doesn't
said
matter
that she
if
seen
At a
a
certain
real
point,
copy
though,
of her Yeah, but she even seen a real copy of her real birth certificate one day by accident, and let her mother tell her that it was a typo that she seen. You know what I mean? You're not.
the
You're at a certain point. You're just being
there's
naive to the fact that
there's
you
a
know there's
that's
something wrong.
that's the transitional period to becoming an
She,
abuser.
but the thing is, she
And
didn't
what
have
it
no
sounds like,
friends. She didn't know nobody. She only knew her
it
mother. That's it.
it doesn't matter. It this this
And
is
not
this
in
will
any
apply.
instance, bro. You're gonna
This
see
will
in a
apply in any situation with any abuser and victim who does it over a long time. The victim will always take on traits of the abuser. And regardless, like, because she ended up killing her mother, right? Which we haven't gotten to
Look,
yet, but like,
she didn't kill her
like,
boyfriend.
she knew, but she also took on traits of a manipulative, deceptive person.
That's her.
And that's exhibited by the fact that she utilized this man to help her kill her mother. So she is a victim and she is a transient abuser that was able to escape by taking a plunge that is, at the end of the day, you need to pay your time for what you did despite any empathy. However, this also suggests that you do have traits of your mother and you can't just be let off the hook. You need to be you need to go through therapy. You need to be properly adjust to society. I don't give a fuck about anybody's psychological. Oh, she has the mind of a 7, 8 year old. Okay, but somehow this 7, 8 year old adult learned how to comprehensively write a book that is going to be pushed as it is. Either that shit is garbage and they just know people don't read, which is possibly the case, or she's not actually exactly what she's at. She just understands, like a chess player, I need to utilize this as long as I can to elevate myself, and I'll just act like I exponentially, now that I have the chance, been able to get to a normal state and I can just be how I actually am. Because it sounds like she, despite her situation and the way her mother was innately smart enough to assess things and know. Despite what she didn't have, she was still intelligent. So maybe she did have the intelligence, quote unquote, of a 7, 8 year old in terms of like assessment on an academic level. But perhaps her mental state was far beyond that. And because of her mother,
I could
she
believe
learned
that.
tactics that most people don't know. So because of that, she might be a child who has the mind of a superior manipulative individual, because like Jay was saying, her mother somehow is able to convince a number of professionals in different modalities of medicine to give her daughter these things, regardless of the act that was being played. It fucking worked. So
Right.
she's picking up on that regardless of her desire to learn. She's being force fed this perspective, which is going to then inform the way that she approaches the world because she has nothing else. So there is some empathy for her to be had, but at the end of the day, she did do what she did.
Call me an alcoholic, motherfucker.
I said I'm calling it a night. I just got home.
Oh, you have a great night, sir, and try not to have dreams about Gypsy Rose fighting Harriet Tubman.
Oh shit!
Yeah, don't
Don't
go crazy over the paint, my boy. Go have a nice night.
All right, I'll let you know.
All right, easy, bro.
All right, so check this out, right?
I think the Nation video really traumatized Dre. He's never done that before.
No. He said before.
I'm like, wait, I know you're not serious.
No, I'm not.
You'll come back on the show and say, hey, don't ever say that again.
Now he has to work tomorrow. That's why. So
that's why Corey didn't come
right? It said here, Dee Dee seems to have at least once forged a copy of Gypsy Rose's birth certificate, changing her birth date from 1991 to 1995 to bolster claims that she was still a teenager. Gypsy Rose said in a later interview that for 14 years, she was unsure of her real age. I call bullshit. Dee Dee sometimes also claimed that the original birth certificate was destroyed during the post-Katrina flooding. Dee Dee did keep another copy of Gypsy's true birth certificate. Gypsy recalls seeing it during one of the hospital visits and becoming confused. Dee Dee told her it was a misprint. Gypsy had attended science and fantasy conventions in 2001, sometimes in costume since she could blend into their diverse and inclusive communities in her wheelchair. At a 2011 event, she made what may have been an escape attempt that ended with her mother found her in a hotel room with a man she had met online. Again, Dee Dee produced the paperwork giving Gypsy Rose's false, younger birthday and threatened to inform the police. Now, this is the first time that I heard they met at that Comic-Con convention, right? What I heard from during the research was that this is the time where Gypsy was already really 18 years old, 19 years old. So she really, just to keep it funky, she wanted to fuck, right? She wanted a relationship. She wanted to know a man's touch. She wanted to know, life outside of her mother. So she got onto a dating site and she met that man on a dating site and went over to meet that man who just so happened to be at another acquaintance of Gypsy's mother, their house. So Gypsy called the mother and that's what happened. She threatened to call the cops or whatever the fuck. Now, around 2012, she continued to use the internet where her mother went to bed to avoid her tightened supervision. She made contact with a guy named Nicholas Godejean, a man around her age from the Big Bend in Wisconsin, whom she said she'd met on a Christian singles website. Godejean has a criminal record of indecent exposure and a history of mental illness, sometimes reported as dissociative identity disorder, and he's also on the autism spectrum. Now,
okay,
I know
that's
that.
fine. Green flags across the board.
I want to touch on this, but I don't know if they're going to touch on this here. I'm going to do it anyway. Bro, I was watching the interrogation.
Is this good touch or bad touch, Jay?
It's bad touch. It's like it's entertainment touch, but it's still bad touch. Like the dude, right? He's being interrogated and tells the fucking cop that he killed her, but it was I think it was 100-year-old vampire that lives inside of him that killed her. It was fucking bananas.
What?
So let me just get back into what they're gonna say, and then I'll touch on what I need to touch on.
Don't you think that she was so manipulated? Then her mother eventually find out. Her mother say, "Oh, like she forbidden her to be with that nigga."
No,
and they thought that was the only route out. The guy was like, "Oh, in order for us to be together, we gotta get rid of your mother," and she was with it.
Nah.
She just wanted to be in love and have sex, and she felt like her mother was getting in the way.
Watch, I got you. In 2014, Gypsy Rose confided to a 23-year-old neighbor, Allie Woodmansey, who was unaware of Gypsy's real age, that Godejean had discussed eloping and had even chosen names for potential children. Gypsy Rose, who had 5 separate Facebook accounts, and Godejohn flirted online. Their exchanges sometimes using BDSM elements, which she has since claimed was more what he was interested in. Woodsman C tried to talk her out of it, still thinking Gypsy Rose was too young and possibly being taken advantage of by a sexual predator. She considered Gypsy Rose's plan just fantasies and dream. Nothing like this would where the fuck was I? I lost my place. Where the fuck was I? Possibly taken advantage of by a sexual predator, considered dreams, and nothing like this would ever really take place, despite Dee Dee's efforts to prevent her from using the internet, which went as far as destroying her daughter's phone and laptop. Rose maintained contact with Woodsman C, who saved printouts of her posts until 2014. The next year, Gypsy arranged and paid for Godejohn to meet her in Springfield. Her plan was for him to just casually bump into her while she and Dee Dee were at the movie theater, both of them in costume, and apparently strike up a relationship that way. And then later, for her to introduce him to her mother. Right. As soon as they did meet in person for the first time, Godejohn says Gypsy Rose led him to the bathroom where the two had sex. The two continued their internet interactions and began developing a plan to kill Dee Dee. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on this being Gypsy Rose's first dick. Because there's no way that she's going to lose her virginity in the bathroom for the first time. And nobody wants
if she don't know about sex, she don't know where it's supposed to be done. She's like, fuck it.
Bro, she's 19 years old at this point. So she knows exactly what sex is. She knows where everything goes, how everything works. And I can almost
How you know she know that, though?
Bro, she definitely had sex before this, because there's no way that
she probably played with her son, but how you know she never went nowhere? She was always stuck at her house. Her mom had parental.
Something was in there, bro, because
she probably saw porn and shit.
Why was there no evidence of virginity being taken in that movie theater bathroom? Like, why there was no A, noise being made, B, blood anywhere. She's a young, sickly, frail girl.
They showed it in the show. They showed it in the show when they fucked in the movie theater.
All right, but I'm saying, how would this happen in real life with nobody even catching on that this happened? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they put their costumes back on and left.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
There's a whole bunch of people with costumes on.
So
I just want to say that this suggests that she has deceptive tactical ability. So she's clearly picking up on shit.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, she paid for Godejohn to go to the movies over there. She paid his bus ticket, and she paid for him to get dressed nicely. Where'd she get this money from in the first place?
I stole her mom's credit cards.
Yeah, right.
My son charged $650 off my wife's card when he was like 5. It's like,
yeah, but
he put the address and everything.
How you don't notice she bought a bus ticket?
Well, that's enough.
Or that's money. You know what I mean? That's there's a lot of things that don't add up.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I? All right. After Godejohn returned to Springfield in June 2015, arriving while Gypsy Rose and her mother were away at a doctor's appointment. After they returned home and Dee Dee had gone to sleep, he went into Blanchard's house. Gypsy Rose let him in, allegedly gave him some duct tape, gloves, and a knife with the understanding that he would use it to murder Dee Dee. So this is what you were talking about, Mach, that they kind of, their online escapades kind of led up to this, because she seen him at the concession stand with Gypsy and kind of forbid them to be together. You know what I mean? Got all pissed off. That shit was happening. So on the internet is when she started coaxing him on what to do. You know what I mean? She wanted to get out of the situation.
This is something that I expect to happen. But this is something I expect to happen from when an autistic person teams up with a fucking grown 7-year-old.
A grown 7-year-old?
What you think is gonna happen with a 7-year-old and an autistic
Because of her
person?
mother, she became a master manipulator.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, if you got a master manipulator with the mind of a 7-year-old with an autistic fucking multi-personality motherfucker, what you think is gonna happen? Some shit gonna go down.
Here. Sorry, I walked out.
I heard
that. I needed to get some juice. Where was I?
I was saying that. I said I wouldn't expect less from a fucking 7-year-old and a fucking autistic person that has fucking multiple personalities and it was a disassociation. Like, yeah, some shit gonna go down.
It sure did, bro. So where the fuck was I?
He was in the bedroom. He stuck it. She gave him duct tape.
He didn't have the heart to do it with him, so he put her in the bathroom and covered her ears so that she would not have to hear her mother screaming. Go to John stabbed me 17 times in the back while she was asleep. Afterward, okay, before I read this next line, right? It was said that Go John wanted to rape her mother beforehand. And
her mother was hit.
Gypsy said that in order to get him to not do that, she offered herself up. So basically saying, you don't need to do that. After we do this, you can have me.
Oh, right? So he was just some
abuser tactics.
That's some rapey shit, though.
So it says here, afterward, so in the interviews, she said that she heard her mother squealing and calling for her as this dude is stabbing her. He said he stabbed her twice. The autopsy said 17 times he stabbed her in the back. Afterwards, he had sex in Gypsy's room and took $5,000 in cash that Dee Dee had been keeping in the house. However, what they did not say here was that not only did they have sex in the next room, before they had sex, he made Gypsy Rose clean everything up naked because that's what turned him on.
That's why I was kind of going inside my motherfucking. I was going inside my Akasha records and thinking to myself, what if this motherfucker knew the whole time, like he masterminded all this shit? He knew that something was kind of wrong with Gypsy and he could take advantage of her. Hold on, because
he masterminded this shit, he would have not been life in prison right now.
Yeah, but he tried to use the fucking retard crazy card to get out. You know what I'm saying? Because how you gonna give life to an autistic person? He just probably got a shitty fucking end of the stick.
He's slightly on the spectrum.
Yeah, but my thing is, I think he was smart enough to manipulate her.
How?
I mean, like he knew she was gonna try her manipulation game, but his was just stronger. Like he just said, you know what, I'm gonna get this bitch. I'm gonna fuck her. I'm gonna kill his mom.
Manipulation game to be a little tighter, bro.
I don't know. Probably is because she got out.
The only thing he's got going for him is
married.
Huh?
Gypsy Rose is a free woman right now, and she's married. She got married.
She got married in prison.
She met.
Yeah, online.
Yeah, online in prison.
That's crazy. She's smart.
I don't know about that.
No, they're not smart at all.
I think she's smart because she got out and she's chilling.
No, she's manipulative like her mother, and she uses it more for good than she did evil. But she did use it.
So they fled to a motel outside of Springfield where they stayed a few days while planning their next move. During that time, they were seen on security cameras at several stores. Gypsy Rose said at this point she believed that the two had gotten away with their crime. They mailed the murder weapon back to Godejohn's home in Wisconsin to avoid being caught with it. That was the only dumb, stupid thing they've ever done. Then they took a bus there. Several witnesses saw the pair on on their way to the Greyhound station. Noted that Gypsy wore a blonde wig and walked unassisted. So nobody even knew this happened, right? The only reason why they knew that Dee Dee was dead is because they seen a concerning Facebook status posted from Dee Dee's account. The Blanchard's friends suspected something was amiss. The post said the bitch is dead.
Yeah, so put that up.
So when phone calls went unanswered, several friends and neighbors went to the house. While the friends and neighbors knew that the two often left on medical trips unannounced, they saw Dee Dee's modified car in the driveway, making an unannounced trip unlikely. Detective film on the windows made it hard to see inside in the low light. No one answered the door, so the gathered friends called 911. When the police arrived, they had to wait for a search warrant to be issued before they could enter. But they allowed not one of the neighbors to present to climb. What? But they allowed one of the neighbors present to climb through a window, where he saw that the inside of the house was largely undisturbed and that Gypsy Rose's wheelchairs were all present. When the warrant was issued, police entered the house and found Dee Dee's body. All who knew Blanchard feared the worst. Even if Gypsy Rose had not been harmed, they believed she would be helpless without her wheelchair, medications, and support equipment like oxygen tanks and feeding tubes. A GoFundMe account was set up to pay for Dee Dee's funeral expenses and possibly Gypsy Rose. So they thought whoever came and killed Dee Dee kidnapped Gypsy, and that she was worse for wear right now because
they were looking for her just because they were worried about her, not because she killed her mother.
Right. Woodman C, who was among those gathered on the Blanchard's lawn, told police that she never knew about Gypsy Rose and her secret boyfriend. She showed them the printouts. What? That she knew about. Where did I get never from? My eyes are making up words. She showed them the printouts she had saved, which included his name. Based on that information, police asked Facebook to trace the IP address from which the posts from Dee Dee's account had been made. It turned out to be in Wisconsin. The next day, police agencies in Waukesha County raided the Godejohn's Big Bend home. Godejohn and Gypsy Rose surrendered and was taken into custody on charges of murder and felony armed criminal action. What the fuck? The news that Gypsy Rose
they traced what the Facebook account.
So they posted on Dee Dee's account in his house in Wisconsin. The girl that Gypsy told about Godejohn and the girl that she was trying to get her to not elope with this nigga showed the cops all the fucking messages that she gave them. And the cops traced the IP address to Wisconsin. So they raided that nigga's house.
They got there before him? They got there before them?
No, they were there already for days.
Oh, shit.
I thought they were free.
So what happened? Yeah, she's stupid. She should have just act like she couldn't move.
Nah. She
would have got away with it
until she went there. So
imagine they would have busted in and she was just laying on the bed helplessly, and the nigga look over like, "Oh, where are you playing that game?"
The news that Gypsy Rose was safe was greeted with relief in Springfield, where she and Godejohn were soon exonerated and held on $1 million bond. But in announcing the news, Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnett warned, things are not always what they appear. The media in Springfield soon reported the truth about the Blanchards' lives, that Gypsy Rose had never been sick and had always been able to walk, but her mother had made her pretend otherwise, using physical abuse to control her. Arnott argued people not to donate money to the family until investigators learned the extent of the fraud. Gypsy Rose pleaded guilty to second degree. Look, before it got there, before she pleaded guilty, the interrogator went into the room. I'm tired, bro. The interrogator went into the room, right, and he sat down with her. He was like, Gypsy, you know, your mother's dead. Your mother passed away. And she was like, what? What was my mom? Was it a heart attack? Was it a blah, blah, blah? Whatever the fuck. She tried to play it off. But the cop already knew she had something to do with it. So he asked her, and she admitted. And she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Godejohn was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison, and an additional 25 years for armed criminal action. Now, his lawyers did try to play the insanity card, ruling that he was autistic and he didn't know the extent of his actions, right? But, you know, they weren't buying it.
That's Missouri.
While in prison, she got engaged to a man named Ken, who she met through a pen pal program. They subsequently ended their relationship in July 2022. She married Louisiana teacher Ryan Anderson in a prison ceremony with no guests present. Bro,
Yeah,
so
she wasn't stupid. She wasn't stupid because she married a teacher. You'll say a teacher's gonna be like, wait.
Yeah, see, Blanchard was released on parole on December 28th, 2023, after serving 8 years of her 10-year sentence. She announced her ebook, "Released Conversations on the Eve of Freedom," would be released January 2024. Following her release, Blanchard began giving interviews to various news outlets and television programs. In her first television interview on January 5th, she spoke to Good Morning America and CNN. Later that day, she appeared on an episode of The View in which she discussed her release from prison and plans to go forward. Now, she says that she does miss her mom. She says that she does regret some of the things, but overall, she felt like she had to do that. Like that was the only way she was going to get away from her mother. Now, a lot of people seem to fall straight into everything that Dee Dee did to Gypsy. And I can get that. I get that 1,000,000%. But it comes a time in a person's life growing up where not only, Miss Gypsy, do you think about the fire in your loins and the touch of another human being or knowing life outside of your house.
Yep.
It doesn't take you to learn that to know that what you're doing with your mother is wrong and for you to speak up. You could have spoken up many different times to many different people, through many different outlets, and chose not to.
She became complacent. She started liking all the fucking attention. All the
Right.
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
At least that's what I feel.
But
this
even
was just the same thing that
if you
happened
figure it
with
out,
Star Wars.
But what I'm trying to say, even if you figure it out and you start to like all the attention, it doesn't automatically mean that you'll say like she's like that because her mother put her in that predicament. You understand? Even though she came to her senses, she said, "Wait, this is wrong. Fuck it, though. I'm still." And she started doing devious, manipulative shit. It's all because of her mother's that one moment impact where her mother fucking.
Nope.
Yeah, bro. Her mother put her in that position. Her mother could have just been a regular fucking mother. So you telling me if she would have raised her right?
When you decide to
she would've
use
never
your
did that.
powers of evil for evil, you're evil. Period.
I know that, but what I'm trying to say is, if she was raised differently, if she would have never went through none of that, and she would have just been like, yo, just have her as a regular girl. She start playing with Barbies, take her to school. She's eating regular food. She would have never came out like that, bro.
Bro,
You don't know
Should've-
that.
Most
telling me
likely,
right
though.
now, right?
Most
Right,
likely.
you
I
don't
don't
know
know that, but I know that.
But
But
you're
most
telling
likely,
me right now, let's say Gypsy Rose did have all of these things wrong with her. If she had everything that she was suspected of having wrong with her, was actually wrong with her, and she
Yeah.
still got Nicholas Godejohn to kill her mother, was she wrong then?
I'm gonna tell you something right now. If she had all that shit that her mother said she had, she was paralyzed from the neck down. She can't fucking type to this nigga. She can't do none of that. So like,
All right, fuck it up. You're gonna get technical.
I'm just saying. You trying to get?
I'm just
I got
saying
no
too.
empathy for the victims that become abusers.
Right.
Like, you right. I don't have sympathy for them either.
Use your powers for
I'm
evil,
just
bro.
I was just trying to say like this never would have happened if her mother wasn't evil first. You know what I'm saying?
No,
True,
I
but
feel
like
like
I'm sure her mother had an evil
Evil
influence.
spawns evil, you know what I'm saying?
She tried to have relationships or relations with other people in the past before Godejohn. She didn't try to get anybody to kill her mother before then. And what are you going to argue? Oh, she didn't get to anybody close enough. She didn't get anybody close enough to do that. Or did she?
No, you know what?
We don't know how
No.
many people she spoke to over online. You know what I mean? She knew
She
that as
probably
soon as
figured
she
it out a long time
was
ago.
Godejohn, that motherfucker was so gullible, it was going to work with him.
She
She knew
was
something was
given
wrong
a
with her.
master class of manipulation on
For
a
free.
peak level, right? On a peak level from when she was a child and growing up. So regardless
and
of
you're
whether
gonna
or
preach
not she
only
was a
what you
victim in the sense
practice.
that she didn't know who she was learning, and what she was being fed was manipulation. So
I know
that's
that.
what
If
she
her
knows.
mother never taught her that, she would have
No,
never became
no, her
that.
mother didn't teach her that. That's what she saw and she learned because that's what children do. Every single
Yeah,
thing that you
that's how
do
they
in
learn.
front of a child matters because you might think
Yeah,
it doesn't matter,
you're
but
teaching
it might
them.
be a very important moment for them. So all she learned was her mother being manipulative as shit. That's all
Become
she
a
knew.
product
And
of
then
your.
not only that,
She was a product of
regardless
her
of her
environment.
regardless of her knowing better, what she witnessed was her mother being manipulative to success. So there was something to be learned there. And so she learned how to be manipulative on a master level, which she then applied later on. And to me, kind of like how Jay was like, I don't think that was the first time that she had sex. I think that she probably at some point became aware enough but was just kind of disabled and started to strategize and like, how do I get out of this situation? And then she got to a point to where she realized the only way I'm going to get out of this is if my mother's no longer involved. And there's only one way for me to do this, and the best way for me to do that is to have somebody else do it, so that way I'm not really the one that's responsible, so I can get out. So you can argue that the overall goal is empathetic, but the action that they took to get there is not something that you can support. Like, she should not be out of jail right now, because talking about like she would never be in that situation because of her mother, that man would probably not be in jail for life if he never met her.
I'm not saying that she should be free. I'm just saying this story would not exist if her mother was a piece of shit. If her mother was a good mother.
Doing this research, I said that to a couple of people too. Like I feel like she should have got way more than 8 years, bro.
Yeah, she did it, bro. So she gets her senses.
Like, why
she
did she get 8 years, but a mafia boss gets more?
Right.
Yeah. And then this is another thing. Think about it. What's his name? Not Marilyn Manson. The other dude, Manson. Charles Manson.
Right.
Charles Manson. Yeah,
Right.
and he wasn't even there. She didn't kill nobody, but she was in the same house.
Right.
You
And she
understand?
manipulated the man into killing
Yeah.
her mother.
She
But Charles
told him to
Manson
kill him. She
manipulated hundreds of people into killing themselves, and he got life.
Yeah, and he never told him to do it. He said they
No, he
deserve to
didn't.
die. He just suggested. He just put a suggestion. They deserve to die.
They
And then
killed
motherfuckers went.
themselves. He went to jail for life. And Gypsy
No, not
Rose
for life.
Blanchard
He went to jail for 45 years. He
nigga,
died, bro. He died
died
like
in
3
jail.
weeks. He died
He
3 weeks
died in
before his
jail, and then
release.
somebody took like a clear photo of somebody that looked exactly like him in LA or
How
something.
about somebody
Very
took a
bizarre.
video of him in LA saying it was him?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, maybe that's.
Yeah,
what I
but
was thinking
remember,
of.
he used to always say that. He used to always say, "Oh, if I get out of
But
jail, I'm gonna
there's a lot of
disappear."
evidence suggesting he was a CIA
He
asset. Maybe
he
we should have
died
done one
3
of these
weeks
shit.
before his release, bro.
I don't doubt
3
it.
fucking
We
weeks.
gotta do an episode at some point on him. But that was a
We should
good.
do one on him and what's his name from
Like that's what I'm saying. I agree. She should have did way more time because you give Charles Manson 45 years for nothing,
the Kool-Aid, Heaven's Gate. Jim Jones?
No. I'm talking about I can't believe I don't remember his name, but the guy who created antivirus software but was like constantly like at heads with the law, and then like
McAfee?
he had a lot of shit. Yeah, there you go, John McAfee.
Yeah. We should.
What happened with him?
He's a wild ass dude. He had a lot of shit going on even right before the conspiracy that joined on him before his death. Supposedly, he's still alive in a very
I think Charles
confined,
Manson
controlled.
definitely faked his death. He used to always talking about leaving, and he didn't want to be popular. He didn't want nobody to know him, and he's always talk about that.
He was probably a CIA asset.
And then he dies 3 weeks before his release date. That shit is crazy.
Nah, he probably did what he was supposed to. He fulfilled his mission, and they got him out.
Right.
Like,
All
how
I'm
many
gonna
times
tell
are we
you,
gonna
bro-
watch like secret movies like with agents and shit? I'm sorry, but like, how many times are we gonna watch movies that have these ideas and then just be like, oh, it's only fantastical? They have confirmed more than once in different occasions for different things that there are levels to stuff that we don't know about because of security, quote unquote, but they don't really define security of what. So like there's certain things that I'm sure they do definitely have going on.
That sounds like I heard a
fantasy.
I heard a conspiracy theory about Steve Jobs, that Steve Jobs was like, they had that technology that he was coming up with the iPhones and all that shit. They had that technology 20 years in advance. And
yeah,
but he was eventually was gonna tell everybody the truth, and he was gonna come out with like something that's 10 years in advance from where we
Like
was
he
at
was
with the
gonna jump the
iPod.
gun.
Yeah, he was gonna jump the gun and be like, "Yo, look what the phone came from here." He was gonna jump all the way. That's why they killed him or some shit.
Honestly, the way that they've been releasing phones since around then, I would say maybe to that, because they ain't shit different about these motherfuckers except us losing features. But anyway, I know Jay's over here fighting the sleep of death.
Nah, not really. But I just want to end this episode with this quote that was read already and said by Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnott. With this episode and many other things in life, things are not always what they seem. So yes, you may not agree with the opinions of the break room tonight, but just take all your stories and everybody's sayings with a grain of salt, because there are three, and in this case, 4 stories for the truth. Gypsy's truth, Nicholas's truth, Dee Dee's truth, and the real fucking truth.
Yeah, one of those is constantly obscured in life.
I'd say about 3 of those are constantly obscured with life. But one thing that'll never change.
I don't think Didi had a story, but okay.
One thing that'll never change about this obscure life that we live is the break room. All right, we don't be here every motherfucking week. Now, I'm thinking of a topic on my head for next week, and I can't tell y'all live because I have to converse with my faculty to see if this is the topic we're going to touch on. I believe we're going to touch on it because this one person's been touching on a lot. Yes, I'm a principal.
Fuck.
And all you motherfuckers will be in detention unless you like, share, and subscribe.
Nigga, I'm faculty. You can't send me to detention. Suspend me like a real man.
Spam them thumbs.
Oh, yeah, audience. Don't get detention.
Right. The reason why y'all can't comment if you're watching live is because you're not subscribed. Subscribe, and then you can comment. Because I know a lot of you don't like what we're saying, or you do, and you want to chime in, but we can't see that because you're not subscribed. Just like you can't see us right now. You know why? Because that's it, motherfuckers. That's all she wrote. This was the Gypsy
and you know what? We've
show.
been here
We're not
for
talking about.
We've been here for 3 years. Y'all motherfuckers should subscribe at this point. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
We've been giving you so much for free. Give us a little